Hi, my name is Aneeqa Gupta. I have been born in Ghaziabad and brought up in different cities as my mother is a government employee, and currently I am pursuing PGDM from Soil Institute of Management. So I have completed my bachelor's in the field of biotechnology, and after that I had a privilege to work in a startup called Medicis Diagnostics. It's a healthcare setup. There I worked as a management trainee only for 9 months. So there I came to know that I can do much better in management field. So that's why I opted for MBA. So I prepared a list of colleges which are there for MBA focusing on analytics and finance because my interest was in analytics and finance. So doing the SWOT analysis of all the colleges, I could figure out that soils data, it was among the best option I could have. Also seeing the design thinking approach and SIP, the innovation program, that attracted me towards soil. So from day one we were having CDS sessions and we have placement buddies here who were preparing us for the GDs and the interview stuff like that. When S&P Global came, I applied for it, and when I was preparing for the interview, from day one I had made a diary or a notebook for all the CDS sessions. So instead of seeing on YouTube and going everywhere what to prepare about, I just opened my diary and read all the stuff that was written there. What is S&P Global about, the industry trends, what are going, and the theoretical aspects of project management, agile framework. So this helped me during my interview. So I had multiple rounds of interview, not the HR one, but like the team I was going to join. So I had 2 to 3 interviews, my manager and the whole team. Like there were a team of 3. So they asked me basic introduction questions. The whole interview revolved around my resume and also some theory based questions like Power BI, Tableau, SQL. These were the questions which was asked. The internship program is global. So we connected with international students as well, and we made a team and we did a challenge. I was the only person from India. So my regular work revolved around project governance, how the project moves initially from each phase to different phases. As I worked in a startup before and now I entered into a corporate world, there's a huge difference between both of them. There's a proper structure in corporate, in S&P Global, a proper management was being followed, whereas in startup it was quite flexible and there was no proper structure in a startup. These were the challenges I faced during my startup journey. In the last phase of internship, we had 2 presentations, one with the Indian team from Hyderabad, from Bangalore. They took an interview like what we have learned, what projects we have worked on. So I gave a presentation to Indian team, and then we had a presentation with the global team. So all the leaders from abroad, India as well, took our presentation to judge us and give us feedback and how we can move forward in corporate world. My manager asked me, what if we offer you a full-time role? So would you be joining us? And she also asked me that if you would like to explore some other fields, I would recommend you in other teams as well, in whichever role you want. You just decide that which role and where do you see yourselves up in 5 years. Accordingly, I'll help you to start with your journey. I just gave a reply to her. I want to work as Jackie Garland. She was my manager at S&P Global. Then she told me that you just take a week's time and see what all work or what other areas are there. So I said any day, any time I would prefer S&P Global, and with the same team, not with some other team. So after my internship, when I joined back to college in my second year, because I joined little late from the rest of the batch, the placement had already started. So the companies were coming, but I was pretty sure that I would get a PPO, but still there was not any surety because my manager was clear about it, but then it is a whole process which need to be followed. So I started applying in companies, and then Accenture came. I sat for the interview and then converted Accenture role as well. So there the questions revolved around supply chain management. So Soil had prepared me well for those questions, which helped me crack that interview as well. Once I got an offer letter from Accenture, I mailed my manager in S&P Global, what's the status of my PPO, because my placements are approaching. So I need to make sure that I have some offer in hand. And I also told her that I applied in Accenture, converted that as well. So she mailed me saying that have some patience. It's a crucial time for you, but within 2 to 3 days, you will get an offer from our side, and the finance team has approved. The HR is on leave, so due to that the process got delayed. Within a week I got my S&P's PPO as well. I'll be the portfolio coordinator analyst there. I'll be working in the same team on the same projects in project management. I want to work in corporate for some time, for around 6 to 7 years. Then I have an aim to have my own venture one day. So I'll be learning, and I see myself at a good position, so I can like learn from there and have a good growth and see where I can take my venture. So the advice I would like to give to the upcoming batches for MBA or to SOIL is that I also served as a vice president of operations research and analytics academy at SOIL. That helped me to connect with industry leaders and work on real world projects. So I would suggest that you do not get opportunities on your own. You have to create them for yourself. Taking all the sessions carefully, preparing yourself, reading newspapers, seeing the trends what are being followed in industry, keeping yourself up to date will help you crack your interviews and get some good placement or some good roles in big companies. So that would be my advice.